And a warm welcome to TCR Asia. The fourth season is underway at Sepang International Circuit with current champions Liqui Moly Ensla picking up where they left off with a win in round one. And it now remains to be seen if the chasing pack can bounce back here at round two, which will once again take place at the famous Sepang International Circuit in Malaysia. Malaysia's Viper Niza Racing team are in the Cup Championship.
And you can feel it.
And their Seat Leon TCR V3 is run by Malaysia's Douglas Koo. Douglas has a huge amount of experience to draw on, but he's still learning how to get the most out of his TCR car, which he's now been running for 3 consecutive seasons in the series.
Well, I think the Seat is a good car and very reliable. We haven't had any issues with the car for the past 3 years. We've also got good support from Seat themselves. They send their technical people down. So far, I've been very happy with the car.
The Spanish-based Seat team has had a hugely successful few seasons in Europe, and that's why they send their top technicians to try to do the same in Asia, though they still have not had the success they want just yet.
Most important is to go out and have fun, and if the results come, then great. If the results don't come, as long as I enjoy myself, that's good. And I guess the most important thing is to improve on my driving skills, and I guess the more time you have in the car, the better it is.
Koo has raced all sorts of cars in his career and has just returned from Europe, where he was racing in LMP3.
Finish the race, if a podium comes, that'll be great. I don't know, there's a couple of new drivers that I don't know, we've never raced before. So it'll be interesting. So yeah, if there's a podium, great. If there's no podium, hopefully to finish as high as possible.
Now, before we head to round two, let's take a look back at the highlights of round one. Perfect conditions once again at Sepang. No rain this time. But right from the get-go, worried looks on the faces of WS Lai, not so much with Kurt Tremmel and Frans Ensla. And in fact, it was those two at the front who waved bye-bye to everyone else. A bit of wheel spin from Mitchell Cheer at the start, but Luca Ensla, the 18-year-old protege of France, getting away well. And Ensla into the lead immediately. Low in the Honda on the outside would have a bit of a moment as he came out of two. Now watch this, sideways almost as he goes through there. That allowed Diego Moran to catch up. Moran getting past and up to third place early on. Abdul Qadir in a good battle and sometimes a little too close for comfort, but he would win out. A classic overtake at the last turn by the Malaysian. A big off for Ivan Zetto in his debut at turn 5. He had some contact and just went straight on at 5. A drive-through penalty at the start. Diego Moran not in his box properly. Kurt Tremmel not impressed. And sure enough, Moran would lose his third place, but no such problems for the 18-year-old Luca Ensla of Germany. He led from start to finish ahead of Mitchell Cheer, his teammate, who taught him the way around the Sepang circuit. Diego Moran taking his drive-through and would finish 9th, but a 1-2 all the same for the Liqui Moly Ensla team, and Frans Ensla, the patron, delighted to see his son carrying on the tradition of the Ensla family in Asia.
Win again, win again, win again, win again.
Guys. Well done to Kurt Tremmel and his team. They have been a potent and dominant force in Asia in the last few years.
Yeah, I need to say thank you to the team. The car felt just perfect. It didn't was like that easy like it looked like, but in the start I had a bit of problem with oversteering, and in this temperature, you know, I'm from Germany here, it's quite tough going 11 laps, but in the end, yeah, it was just perfect. And yeah, I also need to say thank you to Mitchell He teach me the track every corner because, you know, he drove here like five years ago. And yeah, I just want to say thank you.
Yes, basically for the team it was perfect. It could not be better. But okay, we had a problem in the starting box with the car of Diego. He was not in the right position, so the stewards decided to give him a drive-through. Otherwise, we could manage 1, 2, 3, what was our goal before. But we are quite happy with the first 2 places on the podium, especially for the young guys. Yeah.
It's actually not a good start because I failed to start. I just stopped there, and then all the cars, when they get into the turn 1, and then I just start. And when I catch up with them at the turn 3, I think I passed 1 car or 2 cars because some accident there. And then when I about to the turn 4, I lay brake to a guy. I think he didn't see me coming, and then he just bang. But you know, that's racing. It's okay.
Yeah, today I am very happy. I have to say thank you my team, my boss, to support me, and then the Elegant Racing team. Because a few days ago I have testing my car. The setting is not so good, and then yesterday I changed the new setting. And today I have a get the good setting, and then I get the podium. I'm very happy.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but this is racing. Sometimes, I mean, these things happen. I mean, unluckily, we forgot to put the tape on the grid, so I can see where exactly I have to be parked and not do this mistake. But yeah, I mean, it's a lesson learned for the future. And yeah, we have a pretty good car for the next race. We set the best lap in the race, in the first race, so we know we have the pace, so we will fight again, we will fight back.
It was a pretty good start for myself. I think we had a good battle going to turn 4, turn 5 for the first lap. But I found it quite hard to keep up with the rest because my tires started to fall off pretty quickly. So, but otherwise it was a good race for me. Finished 4th, third in Southeast Asia, so can be better.
I'm pretty satisfied. Two car finish, 2nd and 3rd. So basically, we want to have the finish first, and then if they get podium, that's the best result we can get.
So, on to round 2 from Sepang of the TCR Asia Series. Slightly cloudy overhead, but not expected to rain. Very humid, as always, here in Kuala Lumpur. And track temperatures rising by the minute. Reverse top 10 for race 2 sees the only female competitor, Lee Watana Varagul, in pole position ahead of Davi in 2nd place. And then all ties on the 2nd row as well, as Charia Nuya is just behind Vong Prai. Those two went for a big battle last year. Nuya with 5 wins from 10 starts last year. And in 5th place, Abdul Katir ahead of Akash Nandi of R Engineering, the 2 teammates alongside each other on the grid. Expect them to try to drive through the ties, who are in their own battle of the Southeast Asian Cup, remember. And then S.H. Lowe on the podium last time in round 1. And Diego Moran, who got that drive-through penalty, he'll be looking to get some big points out of round 2 for the Liqui Moly Ensler team. Cheer in 9th position, Mitchell Cheer, of course, 2nd place, and Ensler, Luca Ensler, the winner, as Dad looks on. France Ensler, a multiple touring car champion himself in Asia, before going on to the World Touring Car Championship. Here we go then. Round 2 from Sepang International Circuit. A reverse grid always throws up some surprises. Good start from Abdul Katir as he dives towards the inside in the all-green number 23 for R Engineering. Loses out now, though. And vying for the lead as they go for the first corner, it's Jack Van Davi, who leaves his braking very late and goes wide. He's going to get hung out to dry there if he's not careful. Oh, and he does! He gets hit by the leader. That was Charia Nuya of Thailand for the Billionaire Boy Racing team, knocking Davi all the way to the back. And he's got some work to do to catch up. But it is Charia Nuya of Thailand who leads them up to turn 4. But still drama going on in the mid-pack. And damage to the 2nd place car by the looks of things. And it looks as though tyre rubbing on the bodywork is causing that smoke rather than exhaust smoke, I think. And that's another one of the ties, the number 59. That's Vong Prai with problems. But out front, oh, trouble, oh no! And that was Diego Moran that was hit. And it looks as though Lee Watanabaragul was also involved. Ensler may well have been involved. Certainly Diego Moran was involved. But the pole sitter is slowing right down as the race continues. Meanwhile, Diego Moran is stuck and out of race 2, the Ecuadorian. Big damage to his car, the Volkswagen, stuck. And sure enough, Lee Watanabaragul is out. She slowed right down. So too is Diego Moran. Now where is Luca Ensler, we ask ourselves. Tense time for the team as they watch pensively to see what's happened. Here's another look at the start. Good start by Jack Van Davi of Thailand, but he did miss his braking point, which put him right on the outside. Not a good place to be. It's dirty out there too. And Neuer just gives him a little tap, accidentally really, and that spun him round, and that put him right to the back. That was the first incident, but that was the first of many. Little bit of damage to the second place 59 of Vong Prai, but then just behind, big crash involving Ensler, Moran, and Lee Watanabaragul, and she's out of the car, and as you can see, Nat is done. So too is Diego Moran, and he's trying to explain to his engineers just exactly what happened. But either way, we are restarting this one. And this is good news for Mitchell Chia. Got a good opportunity here, as the field already spreading out in this first corner. But it is the number 15 of Chariot Nuya, the Billionaire Boy Racing Team amateur from Thailand, leading the way. Back in the Ensler pits, everybody looking rather pensive. They know that Mitchell Chia is in second place, but where is Luca Ensler and how badly damaged is the car? Well, he's still circulating at the moment behind the leader, Chariot Nuya of Thailand. And this race starting to settle down now with 8 laps to go. And a rather dejected Diego Moran. Not been an easy start to the weekend. It was such a brilliant start to his debut weekend a year ago when he joined this team. But this weekend has not gone to plan at all. And he's going to be fighting 2 teenagers, I think, for the rest of the year. But I think you'll enjoy that fact. Abdul Katir in the number 23R Engineering Honda Civic in 3rd place at the moment. Now, what can the Volkswagen do of Mitchell Chia? Lovely! Nice maneuver at 9. Classic overtake at Sepang. And that puts the young Malaysian into the lead for the first time in race 2. Great stuff. Now, will the tie come back at him? And remember, they're racing in 2 different championships, so to speak. They all want to win the race overall. But Neuer is racing in the Southeast Asian Cup. While, of course, Mitchell is looking for points in TCR Asia. Next, it's Thailand. Got a double header, and then on to Bangsan into the famous street circuit. Now, here's another look at that overtake. That was great stuff. He jigged to the outside and then dived to the inside. Brilliantly did. Douglas Khoo's in the Seat Leon. What's up here? No scheduled pit stop, so he's obviously got a setup problem or a tyre problem. Meanwhile, looks as though Akash Nandi's day is done too. He heads out to the back of the pits and to the comfort of some air conditioning. And out of the penultimate corner. Good battle here. SH Low on the podium for Hong Kong. So far, the Maximum Racing man putting in some decent laps and having a good showing actually in his debut. With 7 laps to go in round 2. The number 15, Chariot Nuya, dropping down a bit. There's the 28, that's Ho. Following the tradition of great touring car drivers from Hong Kong. If you've ever been to the Macau Grand Prix, you know that Macau and Hong Kong have produced some fantastic drivers over the years. Charles Kwan, Andy Yan, you name it. But they all want the title that Kantani Kasuri won last year. And so too, obviously, the Liqui Moly Ensler team in 2018. That title up for grabs again, and so far, the Ensler team have started well. A little bit of shenanigans in this one, though, has left them a little bit sparse, with Luca Ensler with his lights flashing, trying to get through this pack and get on level terms with his teammate, Mitchell Cheer. And that's a retirement for Natachak Hanjik Kassam, and he's out of the car and parked it, and I think that's mechanical. No damage, it looks like, to the outside of the car, and I think he's just had some mechanical issue that has stopped him on circuit. Through goes Wong Kian Kwan in the Cup competition for Elegant Racing. We heard from him, and that's the battle for second place. And in the middle of it is Luca Ensler, striving to get up on level terms. And he's flashing those lights. On the inside is the number 28. That's Ho from Hong Kong. And he dives very close to the inside. In fact, throwing up the dust onto the windscreen of Luca Ensler. How will he react to that? Well, it's going to be a drag race down the front straight. Ensler goes to the inside. Good defending from Ho in the Honda Civic. Abdul Katir will try and take the high, wide line. Around the outside, he'll have a good line if he can get some drive, but he's not close enough. And Ho gets a little bit out of shape, going through 2, but holds on just as they go through 3. This is Cheer, Low, Ensler, Katir, Wong, all in a battle. And you can see it's getting pretty intense. Up to 4 now. Here comes Ensler again. Can't get close enough. He'll have to wait. And this is good racing by Lo Ziho of Hong Kong. And here's another look at it. As you can see on the inside, on the right-hand side, is the number 28 of Lo Ziho. He takes a very tight line and, in fact, throws up the dirt into Ensler's windscreen. Ensler unsighted for a moment, but hasn't deterred him. Here he goes. Look at this. Into 9. Still can't do it. He is absolutely being a royal pain now to the man in front of him from Hong Kong for Maximum Racing. Honda versus Volkswagen. And just behind, Abdul Katir trying to stay with this battle, but struggling to do so as they head down towards 13. You can see how hard they're pushing. By the way, the cars are sliding through these very fast left and right-hand corners. This is the double apex, penultimate corner here at Sepang. Very tricky indeed. Got to get good drive here down the long, long back straight and into that last corner. You can see how tense it is in the pits. Alex Liu of Macau battling for a cup podium if he can get it. But he's got Ivan Zeto, who didn't finish round 1 and is desperate to get a decent result out of this one. So he's going to make himself as wide as he possibly can in the Maximum Racing car, just ahead of Alex Liu from Macau. Very fast through 6, and now another right-hander 7. It opens up again now through 8. After 8, it's a long run down to 9. And we saw Mitchell Cheer make a great overtake into 9. And Zeto does not defend that well, and through he goes. Nicely done by the number 3, and that's Alex Liu. But it's not over, this battle. Look at them side by side through 10. Oh, great racing. Well done to Zeto. He does not want to relinquish his position by any means, and why should he? They're racing for a podium here in the Cup competition. In the closing stages of this one, 6 laps to go. Both men are pushing very hard indeed. Zeto tries to break as late as he dare and goes wide. Oh no, he's going to lose out. Yes, a gasp from the gallery as Zeto loses that spot to Alex Liu. And that could put paid to that battle. Down the back straight they come towards the last corner here at Sepang. And now Zeto's going to make sure he doesn't lose another spot as they dive into that last corner. And it's Thailand's Davi in the all-yellow number 33 that's trying to challenge him now. So then, closing stages. Immense pressure for this battle for second place. The number 28, Lo Ziho, in his first weekend of TCR, doing a great job of holding off Luca Ensler, winner of the first race. And with the lights blazing, he wants to get a 1-2 again for Ensler. But will it be that way? Meanwhile, his teammate, Mitchell Cheer, the young teenager from Malaysia, and that says it all. P1, L1, 1 lap to go. Here we go then. Across the line comes the second place battle. And yeah, you can flash your lights all you like. Losey Ho won't fall for that one. And in fact, he's got a decent gap as they dive into turn 1. Certainly not an easy lunge from there, that's for sure. He's going to have to build on this one, is Luca. A rookie in Germany, a champion in the Middle East, a winner already in Asia, and his team could barely watch. But either way, the Liqui Moly Ensler team are headed towards another bag of podium with a first and third here. Into 4, still not close enough. And Ho, who was third place last time out, remember, now looking for second, so he will not be giving that up easily. Through 5. Next obvious place to overtake is 9. And we saw Mitchell Cheer earlier in the race do an excellent overtake from there, but you've got to get great drive through here and through the next 2 corners. This one and this one. Good drive out of here, tuck yourself in behind, look to the inside at 9 and hope the man gives you enough room. But I just don't think that he's close enough. He's going to think about it. Oh, he just wasn't close enough, I'm afraid. Up the hill they go. And now the next opportunity is probably the penultimate corner, or the last corner, but it's a desperate move. And remember, Luca Ensler has never seen this circuit up until this weekend. On Thursday in practice, he and his teammate Mitchell, who's headed to win his first race, showed him round the track, and it didn't take long to learn because he won the first round hands down. And he's looking to try and take second place. Here is that penultimate corner, and he has got good drive, and they're side by side. It's a classic drag race here, down towards the last corner. Ho, it's got a better line into that last corner, and I think Luca knows it. He's not going to do it from there. He's going to go high and then try and switch back, but Mitchell Cheer wins in Malaysia at home. The young teenager has done it for the Sepang Young Development Program. And across the line, Ho holds on to take second place ahead of Luca Ensler. A great drive by the Hong Kong driver in the Honda Civic for maximum racing, maximum effort for sure. And yeah, Franz Ensler can't be upset with that. His boy did brilliantly to challenge all the way to the end. But it's Mitchell Cheer, mentored by the great Alex Jung, helping him out. And already with victory in the first weekend of racing, here's confirmation of the results then. Malaysia win with Mitchell Cheer. S.H. Low takes second place for Hong Kong, Luca Ensler of Germany in third, Abdul Qatir in fourth place for Malaysia, then KK Wong in fifth for Macau, and Alex Liu, sixth also from Macau. Zeto finishing off in seventh place, holding off Davi of Thailand, who leads the Thai contingent. So congratulations to Mitchell Cheer. Great to see a young face on the podium for the first time in his debut season in TCR Asia. Let's head down to the press conference and hear from our winner.
I think I had a perfect start. Got jumped from P9 to P2 before the safety car came out. So I was lucky. I didn't have a very fast start, but I was lucky enough to avoid all the incidents, and I think it was great. Yeah.
I had a great start, and I'm so lucky enough to avoid all the accidents in the first lap. And after that, I try to keep up the pace. And honestly, I'm so afraid of Luca because he keep chasing me. But I'm so happy. I try to defend him. Looks like, and I got a good job today. And I'm so happy that I can have a second place overall.
No, it was, of course, one of the difficult races I've ever done. I had nearly a perfect start, went through the grid, and then I went into two crashes. Two cars crashed into me. Then after that, my steering wheel was like that. And yeah, I tried to push, and yeah, I need to say thank you to the team. Over the weekend, we just nearly did a perfect weekend. I feel sorry for Diego. Got kicked out 2 times, but yeah, we stay focused and looking forward to Buriram.
In the Cup competition, a third place for Alex Liu of Macau. And in fact, Elegant Racing with KK1 second place. So a good weekend finish for them. But the winner, once again, Abdul Qadir of Malaysia, wins the Cup competition and now leads the Cup Championship. So we leave Sepang after 2 great rounds of racing. The cars will be packed off and sent to Thailand next, where we head to the famous Buriram circuit. It's going to be tough for the Ensler boys there. They want to win again, but Thais like to win at home in Thailand, and it's their backyard. A little bit of a break until Buriram. Plenty more great racing to come from TCR Asia's 4th year. From me, Jonathan Green, until next time in Thailand, goodbye for now.